In this video, I have some spoilers on what the version exclusive Pokemon are for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So in this video, I'm going to show you Scarlet Pokemon version exclusives and then Violet exclusives. So let's start out with Scarlet first here. And the first one, as you already know, is Koraidon, which is the legendary Pokemon which you'll be using to travel the world. The second one that we have is Armor Rouge, which is going to be one of the first Pokemon I try to get myself. Then we have Oranguru, if I'm even saying this correctly, with some of the names that are really difficult. Then there's Stonejourner. Now these are exclusive only to Scarlet. And then we have the whole line of Stunky. So Stunky, as well as the evolution to Stunky, Skuntank. If that's Skunk, I want to say Skunk Tank. Weird name. Then we have Drifloon, as well as its evolution into Drifblim. So both of these are exclusive to Scarlet. You can find them in the game, trade it to your friends in the other game, Violet. And then we have the whole Larvitar line. Obviously, this comes along with its second evolution, Poopytar. Poopytar. I swear I could say this to a kid and they'll burst out laughing. Poopytar. Who turns into Tyranitar, which is very weird. I feel like from Poopytar to Tyranitar is a weird one. And then we have a nice cool line here. So it's Dano. And then Zwellius with the two heads. And then obviously its final evolution, Hydreigon. Hydreigon. Am I saying that right? Hydreigon? And then the next two ones here, Skrelp, and its evolution into Dragalolgi. Dude, I don't know. Okay, so Paradox Pokemon are something unique to both of the games, and in each one, they have a different system. So in Pokemon Scarlet, they are Pokemon that are represented in a past form. So the first one we already know about is the Great Tusk. It is a past version of Donphan. Then we have Slitherwing, which is Volcarona, which is actually available in both games in two different forms. Then Fluttermane, which is Miss Drevis. Now, these pictures are not actually representations of what they are in the game, because we currently don't know, unless you have the leaks. Roaring Moon, Salamence. We have Screamtail, which is Jigglypuff. I've heard that this one has vampire teeth. Interesting. Brute Bonnet, which is Among Us. And every time I think of Among Us, dude, I think of Among Us. I'm curious to see Sandy Shock's Magneton, which has like a sandy vibe to it, so that's going to be cool. And then we have heard that this might be one, but we don't know too much about it. Keep in mind, all of those will have a past version to them. Moving on to Pokemon Violet, let's talk about the Pokemon that are exclusive to Pokemon Violet. First, we have Miraidon, which is the legendary Pokemon you can ride in Violet. Then we have Ceruledge, which fits the theme really well. Also, I want this on my team, so somebody trade it to me. Passimian, which is going to be exclusive to Violet. Then we have Ice-Q, which is going to be a pretty cool one. So those two. And then we're going to go move into the lines here like Gulpin and its evolution into Swalot. So Swalot over here, which is looks like it's crying or something. Very weird looking Pokemon. And then we have Miss Drevis. I'm sure you guys would notice that this is actually one of the Paradox Pokemon from Scarlet. Now this one is just a plain Pokemon for Violet, which also evolves into Miss Magius. And then we got the Bagon line. So Bagon, who evolves into Shelgon, who I believe evolves into Salamence. How do you say that? Salamence? Sounds like a kind of spice that you put on something. We also have the Dreepy line, which I'm so jealous that Violet gets this. So Dreepy, Dracloak, and as you guessed it, your good boy, the fastest boy in the world, Dragapult, which somebody got to trade me as well, by the way. Please, thank you, and bye. Okay, so the next one here is Clauncher, and its next evolution, which has a giant claw, which is Clawitzer. Sorry for the low pictures. These are the highest ones I could find in PNG form. And then moving on to the Paradox Pokemon for Violet. Now these ones, instead of a past form like Scarlet, these are going to be a futuristic form. So these are going to be like really robotic looking iron robot kind of style, right? So we have Iron Treads, which is Donphan, which is in both games, but this one is in a robotic form. Then we have Volcarona, the Iron Moth. So it's going to be a future form of Volcarona, which is also in both games. Hydreigon, which is a future form of Hydreigon in this one, Tyranitar as well. You'll notice that both of these Pokemon are also available in their base forms in Scarlet, but not in Violet, only in its future forms. Iron Bundle, Delibird. We got Iron Hands, Hariyama. As usual, keep in mind that these pictures here are their base forms and not their transformed ones. Iron Valiant, Gardevoir, or Gallade. They don't really specify here. And lastly, there's some speculation about this one too for Violet as a Paradox Pokemon. I hope you guys enjoyed this list of all the exclusive Pokemon for each of the games. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I just want to play already, dude. I just want to play. And thank you for watching.